ここが僕の拠点だよ。さっき集めた材料はすでに調合が完了するのを待とう。ちょっとこっちに来てくれるかい？こちらは助手のティマイオス。モンドで会ったことがあると思うけど。
こんにちは。実験データをもらってすぐそれをボードにまとめて貼っておいたよ。
あ、こんなにスライムと戦っただけで
分かったというか、ほとんどが最も合理的な方法は旅人とスライムのほら、君は神の目を持っていないのに元素力を使えるだろ。スライム、この方向性から手がかりを探せ。
その切り口に問題はないけど、厳密に言えばスライムは元素、どちらかというとその角度から見ると
確かに。
それにで、もしこの世界と
確かにデータをもらっ、そうだ、僕、
ここは君に任せたよ。薬剤はもう完成したようだ。試してくるから、問題がなければ君にも飲んでもらうよ。予想通り飲めるよ。飲むときは焦らないよ。
Face. You said you tried some already. You sure it was ready? What's happened to her?
Oh, this was the result I was expecting. And a very positive one at that. This potion channels elemental power into the body. Under normal circumstances, a repelling reaction is to be expected. But if the internal elemental flow is unimpeded, you'll only experience momentary discomfort. Once the flow is complete, there won't be any other effects.
So you knew you'd be sick and...
It was my own concoction, of course. But of course, you're my... In conclusion, Then again, better an ordinary result than a peculiar result. The good thing of people are the same when you're sick, but a peculiar person, for example, a human can't understand. To sum up, Timaeus, the results of the new experiment are out.
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it. Having you down...
Not bad. I think it's...
You...
Is he trying? What?
Before... If you're interested...
Here comes Albedo! Let's go see him!
I'm back. Did you see anything interesting? Not to worry. They're all, well, on with the research. There may be significant differences. Take Tevat, for example. But worlds may well exist. So, leaving I think answering this question calls for the same methodology as... No. You... Now, see this pillar here? Use your willpower to try and break it. That was your best...
What's with the disappointment?
Have you tried... I'm curious to see how the taste and texture respond... Anyway.
Cooking? Paimon...
Not only is this recipe a
Paimon bits. That does sound yummy, though. Oh, good.
I'll leave you to it if there's anything left over.
Paimon... How are we gonna channel elemental power into the food? Maybe try the willpower thing again.
That was fast. Looking forward to testing the an average outcome as far as the proliferation unless...
We just didn't know how to channel elemental...
Not to worry. At least we put some... And here's your portion.
Woohoo! Thanks! Glad you were paying attention.
I can tell that you're good friends. Paimon was keeping an eye on you and your... Not that Paimon would have been able to do much.
Hey! You were being nice a second ago. But you do have tasty recipes, so... And you're right, we are good friends.
Yes, There are all manner of alchemical I managed to retrieve the majority, but
Paimon's barely finished...
Don't worry if you can't locate them. I was planning to replace them anyway. Though finding them would save me the hassle. If you had, say, superpower, like night vision or vibratory sensing, lost property would be a thing of the past. I must have dropped them somewhere in the area where you were looking just now.
So, guess we'd better take a look. Oh yeah! You could use elemental sight! This must be electrohypostasis powder! The extract of an animo crystal fly can only be animo elemental energy.
Goodness, you managed to find them. I'm wondering.
Yep, guess it does.
Unfortunately, only a never-before-seen...
You mean, we failed?
Don't be disheartened. This falls into... I have to commend your deduction that the items would contain... Right then. Up until now, our research has... In essence, the differences between... Looking out from where we're standing. Can you see what Sucrose is doing? And if you jump from here and landed on that cliff, the one over there. So what about if you planted a single blow on the mountain? Then I shouldn't get to... I know of a location that will be...
Still in one piece. Good thing the vial's so strong. You want us to jump? From up here?
Not necessarily. Not if you know of a bet. Whichever method you choose, the experiment I will factor the time expended and
The opposite side of the lake.
without limitations, we complete tasks and do it. Some of us would be unable to stand the. No matter what choice you make, it's all a part of the experiment. Then if you would, please, I eagerly.
Wait a minute. While we're busy testing, what exactly are you gonna be doing?
Me? Recording data, responding to risks, providing emotional support.
So if we do decide to go swimming, you gonna dive in with us?
No. Unless you're thinking of conducting competitive research?
Oh! Forget Paimon said anything.
Great work. I've never seen a performance quite like it. Your reputation precedes you, traveler. The data shows that you're easily outperforming the average citizen in Mondstadt.
But you followed us the whole way without breaking a sweat!
Me? Actually, I used alchemy to cheat a little. But anyway. If it turns out that the natural laws of Tavad do not affect you, I should be able to make various inferences about the otherworldly civilization you belong to. If the natural laws of Tavad do affect you,
But how does this help your research?
you've helped me to unravel many of the problems that were holding it back. When we return to the campsite, I should be able to show you something interesting. I may be about to make some analogy. Gold, the essence of the I'm willing to pour. But follow me. There are some other.
Protect us.
I imagine you must have encountered more than a few conundrums during your travels. I'd like to observe your intelligence by means of a practical test of your capabilities, much as we did for the physical test. I'd like you to explore these ruins and return with your findings. There are 2 puzzles located at the far ends of the ruins. After completion, you should be able to activate the mechanism in the center. As with the physical test, there are no restrictions. Everything you do is an action I wish to observe. A tried and tested adventurer, I see. So, let's see you in action. Start wherever you like. It's a complex environment, so proceed with caution.
me. Oh, hi. Huh. Let the show begin. Look alive! Everyone hold hands!
It should now be possible to activate the central mechanism. Exactly what will happen when you do is something I'm looking forward to finding out.
Hey! Explaining things is Paimon's job!
Oh, seems that the water level has suddenly decreased. We should be able to see what's in the water. What's this? To the best of my knowledge, there's still a lot. Let me make a copy first.
Seems like if you want the...
I've truly gained a lot. Let me return to the campsite first. By the time you get back, I may just have a fleeting miracle for you to witness.
Paimon's kinda looking for... Unless you can think of it...
Not so fast. You're not leaving until I'm convinced. I most certainly did not. I must say, you let your guards down. Or maybe you were drawn in by his compelling sounding hypothesis and friendly demeanor. Taking orders from a... I'd sooner believe you were tricked than that you would be so...
Sister Rosaria's guard's so high, she can't even see over the...
It doesn't matter what you think. He could be... I'm only concerned with one thing. Whether his alchemy has transformed...
No way!
With an alchemist of... In any case,
So... What are you gonna do?
I've investigated everything else.
But we don't even...
That much is true. But for insurance purposes, I'd better make a copy. Now then. Oh, which is what I was hoping.
Overtime.
Before we go our separate ways, Outlander, a word of advice. Don't be so quick to trust Albedo, and don't repeat the same mistakes that you did this time. You made a lot of rash decisions today.
She's gone! So, Mondstadt doesn't have many people like that. Huh. Go, Barbara, go! Huh? Look alive!
You're back. Good timing. I've just about reached the conclusion. You took quite a while. Did you get held up on the way back? I wouldn't worry. She's just doing her job. Time for the results. We got a myriad of data today, and it was very difficult to finish all the research in one go. But the integral preliminary conclusion that I can offer you is you're very much like a human from this world.
You couldn't tell that just by looking? We spent all day working our butts off for that?
Please, I understand that this may have seemed self-evident to you, but in fact, nothing in this world should be taken for granted. Have you ever considered that the world of Tevat may have a natural hostility to Outlanders? I mentioned the natural laws of this world. You're able to converse with me here without consequence, and nothing seems amiss. But it's arguably a small... The only other life form that, like you, has come here from afar is the seed that I meant, but after I observed you, imitating you helped to inspire my alchemy. And so... The transition from nothing into something, from shoot to stem, and now to fruition. Is not nurturing otherworldly life also nurturing the world itself?
Aww.
It would seem that that's as far as we go. A transient bloom of incomparable beauty. Life's proudest achievement.
Paimon thought with all our efforts, it might have bloomed forever, and it didn't even have any fruit.
Life is a manifold tapestry of free entities. Its value shouldn't derive from how long it stays with us. Even a momentary burst is precious. A short life can be well lived. A life lived efficiently, lived to perfection, is necessarily one unburdened by loneliness. So, do you understand what I meant about us conversing here arguably being a small miracle?
Things feel a little heavy right now. Don't be sad. You've got Paimon to look at. Albedo, Paimon really wants to be your friend.
Thank you both. Even if dispelling loneliness is not essential for life, it certainly doesn't hurt. Your help inspired me to discover the means to make a flower bloom. I mean that the time I've spent traveling with you in the mountains was a valuable journey. In the future, if the need arises, can I solicit your help again? Well, I made a point throughout of telling her how ordinary. But what was that sediment I saw forming at the bottom of the vial? It should not have been there. What could it mean? Those born of Earth are bound by its imperfections, but those born of chalk are free of impurities. You and I are alike, both composed of a substance that has yet to be fully defined. If, one day, I lose control, destroy Mondstadt, destroy everything, can I rely on you to stop me?